So the countdown to this year's World Cup is well and truly on as 32 nations combine to create the greatest sporting spectacular on the bloody planet. But in this video, I'm going to try and answer you one simple question. Can Serbia win this year's World Cup? That's right, folks, back once again with another World Cup summary video. That's right, where we're going to try and answer one simple question. Can this nation actually go out and win the World Cup out in Qatar? We'll take a look at it, all of it, in a second. Of course, if you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button, bang it. All things World Cup related, Pepper Rovers related, world football itself related. We got it all here, boys, under one roof. Of course, the countdown is well and truly on, with the tournament set to kick off in November 2022, of course. But what's going to happen this coming World Cup? We'll take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. And if you are interested in helping out the channel in another way, check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Patreon, and of course there's a Discord in there. So get in amongst it and let's get chatting. Alrighty then, let's take a look at the Serbia, of course, coming at you in this year's World Cup, Qatar 2022. Are they excited to see the Mitro goals? And that, of course, is supporting PAC here in Qatar 22. I am. But of course, let's take a look at the journey then, shall we? Serbia, of course, a very, very good journey as well. And they come here with their tails right up there, boys. They, of course, fancy the chances to cause some problems in their group. And, of course, maybe even to the latter stages. So, of course, they are Group A winners. And what a Group A it was. A very, very difficult Group A, with the likes of Azerbaijan, a rejuvenated Luxembourg, who look like they're not with the whipping boys anymore. And Ireland, who, of course, had a bit of a shit show start to their campaign. And then Portugal, European champions of old. And, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo backed as well. Everybody fancied, including myself, fancied Portugal to win this group. But look at that, Serbia came out there with points to spare, 20 points at the board, didn't taste defeat, 18 goals, 9 goals conceded. That is the weak spot there. The defence is very, very weak. But they've got a proven goal scorer, a guy who started off life in the Premier League once again, Alexander Mitrovic. I'm talking about him in a key player. I'm going to reveal it to you now. He's the VIP for me, is Mitrovic. But he started off life in the Premier League with Fulham. Again, he hasn't moved to a bigger club. He's still with, of course, a team that's going to struggle. But he's starting to score goals, and he's starting to prove the doubters wrong. Of course, the 13th tournament as a collective nation, of course, formerly maybe Yugoslavia, of course, is their last tournament was in 2018. It's the second tournament in succession. Their best, though, was in 4th spot, again as that collective nation in 1930 and 1962. Their manager is Dragan Stojkovic, of course, with a VIP, Alexander Mitrovic, of course. As you can see, like I said down the bottom there, did not taste a defeat in the qualification phase, and they are into this difficult ass group of Group G. And you know what a lot of people say, Group H, maybe the group of death, but Group G is up there. It is tight. And again, Brazil may look at this and think, you know what, this is ours to lose. This is a piece of piss. But guess what? Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon can all play football, and they can all cause you some problems along the way. I pretty much can back that Brazil will not pick up maximum points in this group, and I think the likes of Serbia and the Swiss will need to go, and of course the Cameroonians will need to take full advantage of those slipped up opportunities from Brazil. Don't get me wrong. Of course, I'm backing Brazil to the paramount here, but the World Cup is a strange old beast. It's a fantastic tournament. That's why we love it. But Serbia are one of those nations that if they hit that sweet spot bang on the nose, they could knock out anybody. But it's can they get out of this awkward looking group? We'll see about that. So they are joined by Brazil, they are joined by Switzerland, and they are joined by Cameroon. And the key match for me is against the Swiss, which is match number 3. Now, we've seen this in previous groups, of course, the key match being the 3rd match. Now, what Serbia and the Swiss need to do is make sure they're bloody still in the competition by that 3rd game. You could easily be eliminated in the first 2. And again, Serbia take on Brazil in match number 1. That's a free hit for them. They're not anticipated to get anything from that game, but you know what? It's match number 1. It's a chance for Serbia to cause some problems for the Brazilians and take a point off them. If they were to take a point off Brazil, they could actually go ahead and win this group, Serbia, and put Brazil in a fight to the bitter end. They would have to then take on the Swiss. Oh my gosh! If you play it that way, if you play the scenario that way, with Serbia picking up a result, a draw, or maybe even more against Brazil, goodness gracious me, what a tournament or what a group we will have here in regards to Brazil. They will have to really dig out all the stops to get out of this group. So that's how important the first game is, and we're not even talking about the must-win game, which is the third game. Of course, then Serbia take on Cameroon on the 28th of November, and again, so the free hit against Brazil, get something out of that, you're laughing. But of course, the second game is and also a must-not-lose game. You've got to get at least, you want to get into that third game against Switzerland on, of course, the 2nd of December with at least a point. A point in the bag gives you hope, the belief, of course, that you can still qualify. And it'll be a straight shootout. It'll be like the knockout stage would begin there in December the 2nd, and your third game of the group. That is when your knockout stages will begin. You win that one, you're knocking at the hopes of a nation in the Swiss. You put them on their arse, and you put them probably crashing out with possibly the likes of Cameroon as well. So it's such a fine line between the Swiss and the Serbs. And again, you've got to throw in that the surprise package that is Cameroon, who could show up and deliver. They were pretty decent in the African Cup of Nations with Cameroon, and again, we'll elaborate on that in their own dedicated video. I think tomorrow or later today, depending on how these videos are going to come out. But anyways, take a look at the odds at 11 to 10 for them to qualify. Again, it's very tight between themselves and Swiss, and 150 to 1 to lift the trophy at the end of the tournament. Again, we saw it last time around with another Eastern nation, of course, Eastern European nation with Croatia. They rode the crest of a wave. They got themselves out of the groups, and for whatever reason, they landed themselves a favourable bracket, and things just worked out, and they made the final. Serbia could do that. Switzerland could do that. Even Cameroon could do that. A lot of these nations will look at the 2018 World Cup in Russia as inspiration. You know, even England didn't really realistically have a chance to win the World Cup, really. But they, of course, they gave themselves an amazing shot last time around with their journey to the semi-finals. So Serbia can do that. They've got the goal scorer there, but have they got the rest of the ingredients to push them up there? It's going to be tough. So I think I'm ready for you now, Linda. What you got for me?
Can they win the World Cup?
Can Serbia win the World Cup? You know what? You know, this is tough. This is very tough, and this group is tough now. And I don't think I've done this in any other group, but I'm gonna say yes, they can win the World Cup. Serbia can win the World Cup. It's such a fine margin between the Swiss and the Serbians as to who's going to go through here. It is so tight. I've already done my Swiss video. I've already done it, and again, you know, some wires might get crossed here, but Serbia can win it. They've got the goal scorer. They've got a guy who knows where the back of the net is.
Will they win the World Cup?
Will they win the World Cup? That is the question. No, they're not gonna. I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. They're not gonna win the World Cup. So, but they can. They definitely got the potential. They got the goal scorers. They got some important individuals as well. Have they got the depth to go far? No, I don't think so. I think at best, last 16 for Serbia. But to be honest with you, I think they're gonna. It's just so hard. It's such a hard thing, and it's just fine margins. Look, when I boil it down between Serbia and Swiss, it's the goal scoring abilities of Alexander Mitrovic up against the goalkeeping abilities of Jan Sommer. I think those two individuals are the hopes of a nation. And if Mitrovic is not scoring, then I think it could be a very long and brief or painful tournament for Serbia. So for me, I think they're going to crash out at the group stages. I'm sorry, but I have to be honest with you. Group stages for Serbia. So there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. A short, sharp take on this nation's chances out in Qatar 2022. What do you expect this country will do in this year's tournament? Do you think they'll get out of the group stages, or do you think they'll go deep into the competition itself? Let me know your opinion down below. And of course, we'll look forward to non-stop coverage right here at Blackburn Overseas. We're going to have, of course, predictions, previews, reviews, reactions, and of course, reactions from real fans themselves, of course. So that's all to look forward to this year out in Qatar 2022. So make sure you smash your subscribe, smash the thumbs up, and smash the little bell, boys and girls, as we look forward to a fantastic winter, or at least late 2022 of world football. Let me know your thoughts and opinions again about this nation, and of course the tournament itself in the comment section. But until then, guys and girls, I'll see you soon for the next one.